Welcome back. Our next story is about a woman's war with heavy rain in Soap Lake. Here's Jeff Chu with the story.
Mona Kaiser, whose home in Soap Lake was flooded after the city designed and rebuilt Main Avenue West, is awaiting a city decision that could lead to drainage improvements in front of her property. Kaiser described unusually heavy rains in May that flooded her yard and part of her home. The sudden storm caused rising waters 4 years after the road project's completion.
Back in May, mid-May, we got some really heavy rains. And the first one that caused the problem, I happened to be working outside, and I really like gardening. And so I was finishing up, I kept on going, and then I noticed that the water was seeping in my driveway. And I thought, oh my gosh, the stormwater drains must be stuffed up.
The water washed into her low-lying driveway and flower bed, then down the side of her yard into her basement shop.
So I ran up the street with a stick to try to uncover them, and none of them were blocked from the water going down there. But then the water starts coming from up the little bit of a hill there is, and actually from across the street, because across the street is actually higher than what I am. It just went through it was heading down to the lake, heading down to lower ground, and it amazed me how much it built up in that little area to really knock rocks away from the house and bark out of the beds and down into the shop.
The next day after the flood, she wrote a letter to the city and talked to the council at a public meeting in December after discussions with Soap Lake Mayor Raymond Gravel. She told the council how she was affected by the road project's redesign.
I found out what it was all about is that I was really ended up being the low person on the street.
Mayor Raymond Gravel said the city was awaiting an assessment from city engineering consultants Gray and Osborne. A representative from the consultant firm met with Kaiser at her home. Gravel said possible solutions include replacing Kaiser's driveway, changing its elevation, or installing a storm drain at the front of her property. It would be up to Gray and Osborne to come up with alternatives and their costs for the council to consider. Gravel agreed that Kaiser's situation is a priority. He said the driveway is below the existing storm drains and could be a future problem with water coming down Main Avenue from both directions. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back.